Calls to report traitors. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because you're going to need it. We're going to delve into the Twitter sphere and look at calls to report a traitor. Save Australia. Now, there are protests, I think, going on today. I would discourage anyone for needlessly breaking the law. At this point, I think any protests are simply going to be used as political fodder to marginalize those who are opposed to lockdowns and restrictions. Maybe I'm getting too cynical, but the media will have a field day. I would advocate for changing the political system, using your voting, becoming politically active to shift the Overton window, to shift the balance of power in politics, and to hopefully get some more minor people in charge. If you look at these protests, my one concern is that such a disparate group of people. There's not the only collective thing that's bringing them together is outrage at the government's response, and there's so many other things dividing them. Everyone, like such a hodgepodge of people. There's business owners. Business owners who are struggling, whose businesses are being destroyed, who are not getting compensated for the damage being caused to their livelihood, who've worked their whole lives, paid their whole taxes, are responsible citizens, and are frustrated, marching next to a radical, disenfranchised, far-left nutcase who would probably turn up to every protest. But what makes me even more concerned is that we're having calls like this to report a traitor, which feels very un-Australian. Perhaps it's just my sensitivities to it based on my cultural heritage, being of Austrian German descent. Can I say I'm a German Australian? Is that how you do it? Doesn't really matter anymore, does it? There's no woke points for that. So, from PR Guy on Twitter, report a traitor, save Australia, call Crime Stoppers. Now, I found this morning. I don't tend to spend too much time on Twitter because it's dangerous. But since I went through things like the Socialist Alliance COVID policy yesterday, I've probably got some tolerance for it today. And I thought we'd have a look at a response. Because this paints a picture that I think is, well, sadly accurate. Today, I'm assuming had a running with some workers in my neighborhood. So someone going out about working, for a walk, I'd assume. Men building a front fence. I don't know what this means. Okay, good. Nothing wrong with that. Not one wearing with a mask on. This is where talk like this is where I think the masks are done to identify troublemakers. That's why it's done. People are going nuts about it. Lost my shit, unfortunately, when they told me I was a hysterical woman. Now, this just paints the entire picture. This is a crazy Karen. This is a crazy Karen nutcase going off her nut at a bunch of blokes who are outside building a fence. Here's the thing, you'll be sweaty. It's Victoria, so the weather sucks no matter how. It's either you're cold or too hot. It's never nice weather in Victoria. And I'm assuming it's Victoria, may not be. Could be Sydney, but still. You're out there, you're working, you're building a fence, you're sweating. Do you want to wear a bloody mask? I have to wear a mask when I strip lead paint. It's not comfortable. And it was none of my business. Okay? They did not have to wear them. Well, the owner came out. We were yelling a lot. The owner of the house came out and told me to get off his property. I noticed he was wearing a polo emblem of a local school. What type of a wanker would you have to be to do this type of shit? He did not tell the workers to wear masks. I left in tears. This sounds like a hysterical woman. It really does. Utter batshit crazy. But this is a sign of what's happening, everyone, with these lockdowns, with people going nuts. These are the type of people that like to enforce their will on others. They're probably the good, nice, the socialists. They thought they're the good guys. I rang the local police and local school. So she rang the police and the school, to make a complaint about the incident. Husband drove past 10 minutes later. So he drove past because, I don't get, what husband would say that? What, you tell your wife, you're being hysterical, calm down, let them mind their own business, wouldn't you? That's what you tell them. That's what you tell your wife. But no, he's simping, getting in the car, driving past to check. Only 3 were wearing masks. Police said they would investigate. School said they would ring back. I'm so upset. What will happen if people won't follow the rules? You've got to follow the rules, everyone, or else you'll be reported to the police and to your local school by a neighbor. Let's look at some of the responses people made to this, because I think they're pretty funny. So from Jack, and I'm not blacking out any names here because stuff it, you put this on Twitter, you know. And some people honestly wonder how the East German Stasi got people to inform on their neighbors. What they don't realize is that people's natural instincts are to want to inform on their neighbors. That's an interesting one, to dob them in. It seems to be the Australian way, doesn't it? I saw someone in Bunnings, wide brim hat, chatting with another person at the park. So I called the nearest store to make a complaint. Oh, consider not being insane. So at least these comments are filling me with some hope. Today I had oats for breakfast. You need a Bex and a lie down. So a beer and a lie down. Yeah, that's what she needs. Husband shouldn't be driving the car to check on the neighbors. Husband should be calming his wife down. You know, get her a rum. Oh, look at me, everyone. Look at me. Yep. And haha, amazing. Now, how did PR guy respond to all of this? So, let's have a look here. To those losing their minds over this, no, I'm not talking about your neighbor who takes an extra walk. Well, that's what's happening. You're seeing neighbors who are getting a fence built during a recession. Well, we've just recovered from a recession, so every job should be held in high esteem. That's what's happening. That's what you're encouraging. Maybe the nuances of it aren't coming through on Twitter, but still. I've been posting condemnation of the planned pro-COVID rallies all day. What do you mean? They're pro-COVID. That's what he's playing with PR. Funny, anti-lockdown. Even hijacking the hashtag used by the organizers, Remember Tree Australia. This is all about them. These rallies are about extending lockdowns. Call the people involved with them what you like. If you know who any of them are and you don't like lockdowns, report them. That's what he's calling for. So what do you think, everyone? What's the solution to all of this? Well, I think it's really quite simple. Mind your own bloody business. Isn't that what we used to be taught? Isn't that what was considered Australian? Maybe that's just disappearing as we become a more and more multicultural society. Neighbours don't know each other. Well, actually, that's got nothing to do with multiculturalism. That's got everything to do with air conditioning and online entertainment inside. How many people know their neighbours these days? How many people are renting and moving all the time, don't even stay in a place long enough to know their neighbours? Welcome to the new Australia, everyone. Better ring Crime Stoppers and the local school if someone's building a fence. What do you think? Do you think she was in the right? Should she have just minded her own business? And what about the husband getting in the car and driving past? Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below, everyone. Take care. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.